You know he promises that one day we shall know and be known as he knows. Pastor, what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, how much does Jesus know? A lot? Everything. He knows everything. The only thing that Jesus did not know, and it only happened while he was on earth, was he didn't know when the trumpet's going to sound and he's coming back. But Scripture says that we shall know as he knows. You know, the brain, people who study the brains, whatever they're called, brain doctors, that's what I call them. Neurologists, neurosurgeons. They say we use only a small percentage of our brains. Can you imagine if we just use a small percentage of our brains, if our brains were fully in use, what we could know? You know, they've got computers and this AI stuff that's out that can do all these things. And you know, some of it seems like it's going to be useful. Some of it's kind of scary if you're into that. If you allow yourself to be scared. I'm going to tell you a little secret. God knew about AI before AI was even in the thought of whomever it was that came up with it. Okay? So robots and all that stuff, that's child's play to God. I've got where I was going. Anybody know? What does Jesus know? Jesus knows everything. Oh, I think I got it. No, I don't. I'll come back to it. I'll come back to it. Let me get ready to close out. We have better promises, and we can bank on those better promises because the one who made them is greater than all. Remember I told you as we started this series in Hebrews that it's doing two things, and it's doing one thing in order to accomplish the second thing. The writer is trying to convince a sect of folks who were thinking about going back to the old covenant, to the old ways, after coming to know some things about Jesus. It's unclear as to whether they actually knew Jesus or whether they just knew things about him and were participating by sitting in the temple pews and just being there. But he's trying to keep them from going back. And the way he's doing that is he's presenting the superiority of Jesus to everything else. Because Jesus is superior. It doesn't matter what you come up with in your mind. Jesus is superior to that. And so he's shown us that Jesus is superior to the angels. Jesus is superior to men. Jesus is superior to the old covenant. Jesus is superior to the priest. Jesus is superior in whatever it is that's drawing you away from God. Jesus is superior to that. So we live in this covenant, under this covenant, that you can count upon, you can stand upon, you can place your faith in, because it is a covenant that is upheld by the most superior person who could ever offer a covenant to us. And that's Jesus. He said, "This is the blood of